Today I want to talk about one of the most important things you need to do in order to grow and change your life for the better, which is getting uncomfortable, doing things that are taking a risk or that you don't feel as good about doing, or maybe you're nervous about, obviously without putting your life at risk or life on the line. One of my favorite sayings is growth begins outside of your comfort zone. So if you are doing things in your life that feel safe, that are easy, that's okay. But you have to understand that if you want to take the steps you need to in order to elevate yourself, which will then elevate your life, you have to do things that aren't as easy for you anymore. You have to begin to take part in things that you know will help you in the long run that may seem scary or difficult now, whether that's learning to talk in front of people, or learning to face a fear, or maybe something that you want to do but you're putting it off because you're nervous, like people with tattoos. You hear them say, well, I want to get a tattoo, but I'm scared that it'll hurt. Or maybe it's, for example, last night I went to a haunted house with my sister and my brother-in-law and my cousins, and that's normally something I would not partake in. And I went. I was pretty uncomfortable, very claustrophobic. I don't like being in tight spaces, but I did it anyway. And at the end of the day, it's not about going to a haunted house or being in a tight space where I feel claustrophobic, right? It's about proving to myself that I am capable of being in situations that I don't feel good about going into, during, but after the fact, I can look back and be proud about it and say that maybe I have a different perspective now. So the scripture I'm going to share with you, I don't have my Bible, so I wrote it down. It's from Paul's second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 1, verses 4 and 5. Who comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we receive from God. For just as we share abundantly in suffering of Christ, so also our comfort abounds through Christ. You have to have the difficult moments, or you have to go through some difficult things in order to truly change the essence of who you are for the better. When Jesus died for us and he was on the cross, best believe he was uncomfortable. When there were things that Jesus did where he saved a lot of people or faced scrutiny, was crucified, that was not easy for him. But he knew that by doing that, he was going to save all of us. So the same way that Jesus suffered is the way that we have to suffer in order to eventually find that comfort and make those situations more comfortable for us. Because once you do something over and over and over again, it'll be easy for you. And maybe it's something that you need to learn how to do that you don't. Maybe it's making a call to the pizza shop and ordering a pizza instead of ordering online, talking to people. Maybe it's going to the movies by yourself, or going to dinner by yourself. Doing things that you're not necessarily used to doing, that might not seem easy for you or might be difficult, and putting yourself in that situation in order for you to grow and become a better person, because that's what you need. I'll leave you with this. It's a quote from Ryan Coogler, Black Panther director, and he was giving a speech. And at the end of the speech, he was talking about, doing the things that you need to do and taking chances, whether it's applying for that job or making that movie or going to an audition. And what he left the people with was, Go stand in a place where you feel uncomfortable and stay there until it no longer is. Go to those places where it's difficult for you to be, where you might have an accelerated heart rate, or you might be nervous, and stay there and do those things until it becomes easy for you. That's how you can change, and that's part of the process of stepping into your wonderful life.